We're at Old Trafford, Mason, looking ahead to the Europa League final. You played an important part in United getting there. What was that night like for you?
Yeah, special night. Obviously, I had a bit of time for it to sink in now, and I watched the goals and the whole game over a couple of times. But yeah, obviously, it was an amazing night for me. Um, Looking back at the game and kind of looking at myself in the game, everything just happened so quick, and I feel like it was a bit of like a flow state. I wasn't thinking much, and then obviously I scored two goals and we win the game. And yeah, it was obviously a very important win for us to get into a final, and now we look forward to that one.
Did it feel like a big moment in your United career?
Yeah, I mean, every game's a big moment. Any chance you get to get onto the pitch and have an option to play, that's always my focus, is to come on and have an effect in the game. Trying to create chances, score goals. Every time I get onto the pitch, I'm trying to do that. So yeah, every game is an opportunity to do that. But yeah, that one was that. I'll remember that one for a while.
Obviously, you will have had more appreciation for moments like that for the year and a half you've had. But
Yeah.
has it been nice to hear what the manager has been saying about you and things like that? There's been so much positivity around you from the people you work with on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean, for me, after getting back from the recent injury, was just focus on training, trying to get to the best possible shape I can be. Obviously, kind of managing my minutes back into the games, coming on from the bench. Obviously, started a few games now, and just trying to build that confidence, build the game time. And as I said before, I want to win finals, and we want to win finals as a group. So that's always been the focus. But personally, obviously, I'm getting better and better, and building on that fitness side. So I feel good. So yeah, it's been a positive last couple of weeks.
Do you think in recent weeks, you've had a good few weeks, definitely, it's been difficult for you here, obviously. Do you think the fans have actually begun to see what you can do, what you can bring to the team? Obviously, they saw it before you came, it's why they signed you. But I mean, in terms of, you've had a few special moments, haven't you, in the past few weeks?
Yeah. Obviously getting I think 3 goals. I want to score goals. I want to have them moments. I want to create opportunities for my teammates. I just haven't had a lot of opportunities to do that. So as I said before, any time I'm on the pitch, I want to show them what I can do. I want to create chances for my team and win games and win trophies. So we have the opportunity to do that coming up. We want to finish the season as strong as possible by winning a trophy. So yeah, that's always been our goal. But yeah, I'm massively focused on what I can do when I'm on the pitch.
Particularly those goals against Bilbao. They're the sort of goals that United number 7s are supposed to score. Do you appreciate the weight of that shirt that you've got? I mean, you took it, which was brave in itself. How did you feel about taking that and what that represents at this club?
Yeah, no, it was a massive honour. Obviously, I knew before joining what legends have wore the shirt and what it means to the club. And as soon as I knew that could have been a possibility of me wearing it, I was never going to turn it down. I always wanted to take that opportunity. As we said, it's not been easy up to this point, but I think I'm building. I'll continue to keep my head down and keep working hard, and any opportunity I do get to be on the pitch to create moments like them, because they're the ones that are special. They're the ones that you remember for a long time. And as I said before, I want many more of them to come.
Can you give us an idea of what the last 2 years have been like? Because it's a big thing moving to a new club, but you've moved to a new city, and it's, like you say, it's been difficult for you. And I imagine that makes it harder, the fact you're not around your family at home.
No, they're around. I think the football side of it and the injuries is something that obviously I didn't see coming. That's not been easy, but I've stayed very focused throughout that whole time. Always had the end goal in my mind that would come good and something will happen, and I'll get a moment where I'll score a few goals or something will happen. I always believed in that, and that's not. I want to do more. I'm not just. It's happened, and I'm satisfied. I'm not satisfied yet. I want more and more. As I said, win trophies. But it's not been easy. Yeah, it's been a tough couple of years. But as I said, I've stayed very focused. So I knew moments like this were going to come, and that was always on my mind.
You seem like a very positive person,
Yeah.
Mason, because it'd be easy to kind of go forward one step, then go back and beat yourself up a little bit.
It's not always easy. I mean, I've had many days at Carrington sitting on a treatment bed when I want to be out there training. I've been in the stand watching a lot of games where I want to be playing, but that was the circumstances, and I give everything to continue my rehab, to continue to try and get back and be back as quick as possible. That was always on my mind. So it's been difficult, but I learned a lot from it, from these moments. And now I'm better. Now I'm back, and I feel a lot better. You really appreciate it a lot more.
Speaking from a personal perspective, but you've seen that from a club perspective, that's not gone the way that the club expected. Everybody knows the narrative around this game, 16th against 17th. You played in 2021 in 2 finals, one that you won, one that you lost. You know the difference between the feeling of winning and losing. How important is it not to let the noise around the game affect you and come out of this game with a win?
Yeah, we as a group, we always try to block out the noise. I think as a group we know the situation we're in. We know the league is not good enough, and we haven't been good enough in that. But the Europa League is something that we look forward to as a final, and we want to win that final. It's a trophy, and it's Champions League football for next season. So, as I said, we'll do everything in our powers to win that game. We won't forget about what we did in the league or our league form. That's something that we massively need to look at for next season, and we know we need to work on that. But yeah, this is a final. If we can win the final, then it can be a positive end to a tough season.
Instinctively, what do you think of most, losing that final with England or winning that one with Chelsea?
I think you do remember the losses are hard. I've had quite a few at Wembley, and they stick with you for a long time. But when you do win, you realise that feeling, and you always want that feeling when you're playing in finals. So yeah, I don't know how many of the lads have had too much experience in that, but I can tell you I've had quite a few losses. And I don't want that feeling, so we'll do everything we can to win that game. And it'll be a tough game. Listen, we know what Spurs can do. They have some very good players, and they're dangerous. So, listen, we've got to be ready.
You've obviously won some big trophies in the past, but because of what you've been through the last 2 years, if you were to kind of cap all that off by playing a significant role in the final and to win it, would it mean a little bit more to you, do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'll be ready for whatever role I can play in that final. As I said, it's a massive game for both clubs. We know what they can do. Obviously, this season they've had some wins against us, so we need to be ready for the game and what they bring, and we will be. So it's going to be an exciting game. You want to play in these finals and you want to win these games. So. Yeah, it'll feel amazing at the end.
Harry Maguire was down here a little earlier, and he sort of said that the feeling amongst some of the players is that you perhaps owe the fans a little bit for this season because of some of the results. Yeah. Is that something you would agree with?
Yeah, definitely. Every single game we played at home, they're here, they're supporting us, they're loud. So we need to give something back, and I think winning that final may not solve everything, but it will give them something to cheer about, and it's a trophy. So hopefully we can do that, and they'll be proud of that. As I said before, the league form we're not happy with, and that's something we need to work on and to do better for them.
Have you felt that support personally as well from the fans since you've been here?
Yeah, for sure. It's not, as we've said a lot, it's not been easy for me. Me not being on the pitch, me being in the stand watching games. Obviously the fans see that as I'm not playing, and I want to be out there doing it as much as I can to help the lads, help the club, help the team win games. So yeah, it's not been easy, but I've stuck with it, and I've seen a lot of comments and some praise recently, so I'll continue to work hard.
And just one last one, what would winning this final, what do you think it would do for United's future? I mean, would it give you the momentum to kind of kick on in the Premier League next year, do you think?
For sure. I feel we're close. It's small details here and there in games, and especially in the Premier League, because if the small details are not right, you can be punished, and it can be devastating at times. In the Premier League, it's so fine margins, and I think we're close to correcting them. But when you win trophies, you get extra confidence, as you said. It builds. You build that togetherness as a group, and I definitely feel that's something we've been building over the last couple of months. So yeah, we want to finish on a positive note, and next season come back, pre-season work really hard, and then attack it again.